Welcome to Experimentally Ill the Movie 3. I am Michael O'Toole and enjoy the show. Some cool video art for you. With, of course, myself, Lawrence Hollie, D.L. Polanski, and the rest of the experimentals. We got D.L. Polanski here. We got Paul McGillicuddy.
None of us most likely won't be famous. We'll never be on a Wheaties box.
We'll be more likely infamous. We at least know that every month, 45 unsuspecting audience members, like at the open screen at the Coolidge Corner Theater, are subjected to our films, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too.
Well, they say that the screen is really big. It's really big, obviously, for like a home plasma TV,
Right.
But for a theater screen, not so much.
It's not. This is not as huge as you thought it was.
Maybe it would be a little better if they started the Q&A in the actual theater.
So are you just?
we don't have to. We don't. I love the venue. I love.
Are you using this as the intro for the movie to disparage the event itself? Public access, when it forces you, the viewer, to look into the utter despair of existence itself.
Welcome to the positive side of mental illness.
Experiments and illness just got a whole lot more entertaining.
And in the mad dash to finish another experimentally ill compilation of short films, I said, how much caffeine is too much? Duh!
DL power engaged. Just keep saying it over and
DL,
over.
why? I can say what I want. DL strength.
I'm trying to direct you. Okay. DL power engaged.
DL
Power engaged.
DL power engaged. Sometimes I obsess about something that would be completely trivial to most people, but it gets stuck in my head, and I just obsess about it for months or even years. Like in the morning, they throw the morning paper in the really far part of my yard, and one time I just had enough, and I just went out. I went on the sidewalk, and I went after the paper boy. And then the paper boy suddenly turned around and went after me. I was mortified. That was so humiliating, and I'm sure he hasn't even thought about it. He was a little pissed off when it happened. And then the next day he didn't think about it. He never thought about it again. But it stuck in my mind, and I guess that's what they call obsessive compulsive disorder. Thank you. That's ridiculous.
Our editor, Lawrence Hollie, couldn't help us with our story today because unfortunately he died in Tijuana, Mexico at 5 o'clock when the bells rang and had a bout of explosive diarrhea.
The 1980s. Remember them? VHS versus Beta. Oh, I remember that battle so very, very well. How everyone went out to get a VHS recorder. Turned out Beta was the better technology, but for some reason it didn't happen. So we all had these VHS. Oh, by the way, our younger audience, let me tell you, VHS stood for, what did it stand for? Anyway, they were like these little box-like tapes. Tapes, so of course I'll have to explain that to you later. But anyway, you'd feed it into these machines, you'd slide it in, and hit a button, and like the tapes would actually roll. I mean, actually did physical rolling back then. I mean, that's how primitive our technology was. And you could actually watch movies on it. Oh, yeah! But the problem was you had to, take it back to a store. They had a store back then. What was it called? Oh yeah, Blockbuster. Yeah. You would like actually physically have to go down to the store. You would have to rent a tape of a movie, and then you would take it home. You'd watch it, and then you'd have to bring it back. And you'd get in trouble if you didn't rewind it, because they took a very dim view of tapes that weren't rewound. Those were the 80s, friends.
On the sidewalk and Madison on the sky, brushing big monkey man. Bridle sucking milk, guzzling spectacle like jump starting pasta from a can. He's the people's detective. detective. You call the people's detective. 'Cause he's the people's detective. Now you know what to do. What to do. What to do. Chemical waste, skin washing, no trace on the stocking. She can just walk free. Wake up early, mind sharp on the case. Bust the top, that's the one they call Quincy. He's the people's detective. Just calls us people's detective. What? You call the people's detective. You call the people's detective. Now you know what to do. He's the people's detective. What?
Who knows what will happen on this show?
Is that the ring of the planet Saturn?
Oh,
The ring of the planet Saturn. It's coming off of the planet, and it's going to choke us. It's going to.
I thought. Are you sure that was Saturn? I thought that was Uranus. Deal.
Yeah.
Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes. The face of a man who has seen some ghost that'll turn you white and come out of it without a black heart. Over the moon who have been in the rainbow, and out of ducks in a row that toe the line of time and space. Trace it on my face, slowly building rhythm banged out at our own pace. Colorful personalities whitewashed on the daily grind, bleeding dreams out of their mind, while yearnings for solitude get thrown in the burning bush, in favor of punked out attitude and tattooed tush. Tie up your big black boots to walk on the blues and sit in the suck. It's the news, red all over, and gray, made okay, just to birth a buck. Cut the crap and C-section to pull out your last of luck. Wrap another free word collection penned just to get unstuck. Before ideas are bought and sold, they must be keenly thought. Favors make a fortune, so the bold go high in want. With grace, past graves, monuments, and mausoleums, head on until face off. What the heck was that all about? Is this a movie?
They say anyone can type prompts into a robot and spit out these images. Sure, but no one does it like I do. They say stop at the AI art, you're just going to help Skynet take over humanity. I'm not sure how my generated images of surreal desert landscapes, nightmare Kermit the Frog, and 1001 images of scantily clad, ripped women are going to lead to human genocide via sentient computer, but there you go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the sentient computer network will launch a Polaris missile straight at my crotch when it finally tires of the deluge of jacked women fighting robots while wearing workout gear or getting possessed by sexy ghosts. Maybe, but I honestly can't see how any of the images I generate are going to convince a self-aware god-level intelligence Atari 2600 with internet access to obliterate all of humanity or figure out how to do it. I think humans have been boning themselves just fine long before AI-generated art ever became a thing. Even if humanity is reduced to nothing but sticks, stones, and loincloths, they'll find a way to hurt the planet and each other all over again. In the meantime, here's a ton more of my AI art shenanigans.
Holidays are supposed to be enjoyable and pleasant and fun, but a lot of the times they're an unnecessary and unpleasant obligation. People have busy and sometimes desperate lives, and they should be able to buy gifts and get together when it's the most convenient, or maybe the least inconvenient. A lot of the times mental health workers try to cheer up their patients by saying, are you looking forward to the holidays? They don't say Christmas anymore that much. They say, looking forward to the holidays, Hanukkah or Christmas, but they call it the holidays. Are you looking forward to New Year's? Are you looking forward to Thanksgiving? And like, that's supposed to automatically cheer you up. And a lot of people who are with mental illness feel worse when they're holidays. I could tell them to cheer themselves up by watching my show, but maybe that would not cheer them up. Maybe that would depress them more.
This is Danny Trejo's favorite show.
He's not just
Machete
saying
himself.
that. He actually meant that.
Hey, Danny Trejo, I want you guys to check out my favorite show, Experimentally Ill TV.
Is this cinema or enema? I thought this is the height of art. This is like David Lynch's ambition to make a moving painting.